Top of the top. Back on a Sunday. Man, you can't make it out. I'll get to the last minute. Phone went dead. So I couldn't even share the video. I can't even push the video out. Phone went dead. I had to run to the store. Tell you, man, that's how it go. Even though I've been up since about 3 something, it just be like that. When it's time to start, it's just how it be. But sometimes I be having to wait because the store don't open up. We up. Like I said, one thing about this thing, once I get started, it ain't gonna be a lot of stopping. So appreciate everybody that's up on this Sunday. We're gonna get into it again. Another day, y'all. Another day. 2025. Life is good. That's all I gotta tell you. Life is very good. Very good. You know what I'm saying? It's just all on how you look at it. It's all on how you living. Intro. Everything will be timestamped. Later on at 3 o'clock, members only, we will be doing the power of colors. All right, that's about it. More stuff coming this week. I already got a couple movie decodes ready. That's right, entertainment for the summer. Now we're going to get back into this. The darkness of the dark. But I told you it's going to all be destroyed, and we will not be talking about this stuff no more. But we got to talk about it because they're going to keep it going. And I keep telling you, all you're going to keep getting is what? Nasty news. When I said you're going to keep getting nasty, perverted news. On top, it's not going to stop. Told you, man. I don't like saying I told you, but that's what it is. Justin Combs, even though they was accused before, graphic details in this next suit he got. We also going to look at today what everybody been talking about. Is Justin Diddy's son. All right, everybody been talking about it. They never stopped talking about it. When I showed you it's a full campaign around the world on this thing, they making AI videos all over. I had no clue they were making AI videos about Diddy, Justin, and Wolf. Yep, when I told you all the AI videos released the clues, and once again, I'm going to show you they all by the same people. Yep. So, shout out to everybody that's up. Shout out to everybody. Look, shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to everybody that's hitting like buttons or everybody that sent a super chat, Cash App. Thank y'all all for supporting the channel and appreciating the work. Other than that, it's going to be some jokes maybe, but I'm here. Let's go. All right, let's go. Because, y'all, it's a lot going on and we staying focused. So, look, everybody just get ready. Today you're going to get some real today, too. Yeah, you're going to get some real. You're going to get something real. Yeah. Like I said, everything we was taught to be proud of, shit ain't about nothing. So we're going to look at that today. Because it is a culture that you're watching. It is a culture. Culture means a way of life. And this way of life has been going on for a very long time. Yes, it has. So we're just going to make sense of it. That's about it. Top of the top, who up? Holler at me in the chat. Everything be timestamped. I got to give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I got to send this video out because it ain't going to move. See, when y'all see them numbers below like that, it's because the video ain't getting sent out. So I got to send the video out or it ain't going to be seen. Like people can wake up and they won't even know I'm live. That's how it works. All right. So excuse me, y'all. I set the timer sometime, like I said, so y'all can pull up and dap each other up. So that's why I understand why some of y'all are waiting. So I start dapping each other up. When I start the live 10, 15 minutes early. That's when I learned some of y'all do that shit on purpose. I ain't mad. I just let you know I know what the fuck you be doing. All right, top of the top. What's up, family? What's up? That's right. The mouth from the gutter. Talking straight trash. But underneath the trash, it's a lot of love. You just got to find it. All right, so like I said, let me share this thing one more time, and then we're going to take off. That's it. Ain't nothing else going on, y'all. The first ain't hit. I know the game. I watch it every day. When ain't no first, when ain't no money, everybody be in the house. I be watching that shit clear as day. I can tell from my neighbor. Oh, look, when the motherfucker got no money, everybody be in their house for their rent due. I'm telling you. After their rent due, the bills get paid, everybody start going outside again. Told you, man, it's a system, man. That shit, I be watching. That shit be funny, though, man. Straight up. Because I was looking how everybody was in the house for the weekend. Because, yeah, man, you didn't know hell on earth meant it was going to be a hot summer, right? Remember how we was reading certain things in this, and we were reading, and it says there will be some tested through the fire, and the ones that test through the fire they're gonna be all right. You just didn't know the fire was gonna be tested this summer. That's it. So the people that make it through this summer, you'll be straight. That's right. All right, y'all. I'm ready because, like I said, I ain't about to stop. I just got to sit it out. Hey, I can't depend on AI, y'all. I'm sorry. That's why you can skip this. It'll be time step. Everybody on the replay. All right, shout out to Johnny Come Lately. Because we about to get into it again, y'all. You know what we about to get into? These are the tale, the freaky tale. These are the tale, the freaky tales of rap that we about to get into. Yeah. How hip-hop culture always been a rape culture. But we're going to get into where it started from. I'm also going to show you where music comes from. Well, I'll say the current day standard of music. I'll share all this rock and roll stuff about. Today, you're going to learn about rock and roll, the real essence of rock and roll, and why I got put in rap. And then you'll understand what all this RAPE is about. All this RAPE is not about, it's not what you think it is, meaning it has been a culture promoted. It has been a culture accepted amongst many. But they don't understand that fake ass culture they've been living is being used against them as warfare to destroy them. Yeah. Ever since Master taught the culture to these people, they knew that one day these people would collapse from a teaching. So we're going to get into it today. This is called the ass backwards culture that we all love. We were taught ass backwards, so we will always fall. Get it? But it's taught like that on purpose, so the ones that'll figure it out, they will be the wise people. Yeah. The ones that stay on beast levels, that's where they're going to stay at. The ones that elevate, there's no limit to what they could do. And it's just that people didn't want you to know that. But now people know a lot. So yeah, now I'm ready. I ain't get to share the video, y'all. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm ready. Let's go. All right. So shout out to my people. I ain't see y'all in a minute. What's up, Kiki? What's up? What's up, Chad? What's up, Fatima? What's up, LJ? What's up, Rod? All right, I'll holler at y'all. Yeah. Who wants some smoke today? Diddy and Justin. Tag team allegations. The details in this sounds very weird, but it's all alleged, it's not a fact. Once again, we're gonna look at how Diddy was hanging around his sons, because like a lot of stuff was in our face, but who knows? Hanging with his sons, not understanding his sons are the gateways to the youngsters. So he knew as long as he was around his sons, he will always have some young meat, always have some fresh meat around. If Diddy was a fisher, his sons were the fishing rods. So that's why I say it is no telling what they did. It is no telling how much they done. It is not telling about nothing. All you got to know is 30 years. You ain't going to hear nothing about that sleepaway camp. You ain't going to hear nothing about that. You ain't hear nothing about that charter school. So like I said, a lot of people fronted money to Diddy. He owed a lot of money. Diddy got a lot of dirt on a lot of people. He got a lot of secrets on a lot of people. That's why this is very interesting how that's going to play out. That's all I'm waiting to see how it's going to play out. That's it. Because nobody knows. But we have another one. Tag team back again. Tag team back again. Here we go. Diddy, his son, allegedly. Let's go, man. And the reason why it sounds weird, meaning I'm not saying it's the truth, but being that he always like to act like Pennywise, he always dressing up as the Joker. In this story, I kind of could see, but it's all alleged. So I touched on it yesterday, but I ain't going into it. Justincombs accused of orchestrating gang RAPE and new lawsuits. But reason why I'm bringing it back up, because this just dropped. But not only that, we're gonna put a nail in the coffin today. everybody going to participate, meaning we're going to look at what people have been saying for years and still saying, and it has picked up. We're going to look at it today. You know, we take votes around here. We're going to take a vote today. Is Justin Combs Sean Combs' son? And if he's not his son, did the diddler set Justin up on purpose? Now, a while ago, I said something. I said, yo, for me, analyze what I see, I said, man, look to me like Diddy kept his sons dumb on purpose. I noticed that with Quincy, all of them, Justin. I think King Combs is the smartest of all of them, and I think King Combs really did his favorite anyway. Y'all know that. But remember Justin y'all forget not too long ago, Justin was drunk driving, crashed when he was with Diddy. See, I look at this as rulership, and I know how rulership goes. That man was the king of this genre, and he knows about bloodline, and he know who his real bloodline is. Meaning, Diddy had this shit set up where whether he died, no matter what happened, whether it was 10, 20 years from now, Justin wasn't going to get no glory off of him or no money or nothing. See, a lot of people talking about, they think that's Wolf's son. Well, let's look at it like, what if Diddy already know that? Okay, that's just Wolf's son, but you know what? Little man, you're not getting nothing anyway. You're not mine. Get it? So, I can see the diddler setting Justin up. That's right. I look at it like he could have just, let's look at it like he could have just kept the Justin thing going because he never wanted that embarrassment. Because that would have been a major blow to his ego if the world would have found out that wasn't his son after he named the restaurant Justin, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people forget their history. I never been there because I wasn't going to Atlanta at that time when they had the restaurant. But everybody know one of the biggest ones was in Atlanta. And Diddy had that way long time ago. But a lot of y'all didn't put together, which I went through all that on this channel. The Diddy Big Meech situation. A lot of y'all didn't notice this. Diddy went in jail. Big Meech got out of jail. See what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say too much. I got my assumption in my opinion. But today you're going to see what the world's saying about this situation right here. So I also want y'all to see, when I was showing y'all the pattern of these AI videos, and I show you, and I tell you that these AI videos had a truth in it. Now, today you're going to get the proof because a lot of y'all know the truth, or you heard the truth, or you heard certain things speculating. Now, these videos are going to co-sign everything you heard. And you're going to say, all I want you to think is, where the hell these videos coming from? Who the hell is making these videos? The same videos I've been showing you with clues in it for over about 8 months now. And I said, these AI videos are coming from a high place. We proved that through TD Jakes doing his research. They found out people around the world doing this stuff. So when I said the clues are coming in these AI memes, AI videos, we're going to look at it again today. And I told you, it is thousands upon that. When I said it's every department of Diddy's life, people making videos on. The situation of Diddy and Kim. The situation of Diddy and Justin. The situation of Diddy and Cassie. Or Diddy and Justin, Ashton Kutcher. They got a whole series on that. Diddy and Leonardo DiCaprio. Diddy and Jay-Z. Diddy and Beyonce. Every single person. Diddy and Kevin Hart. Diddy and LeBron. Everything I'm telling y'all, it's a series of AI videos on each one of those departments. Every department of his life is videos on that shit. Not just trolling, giving clues in the shit. When we saw the video say something about him and Prince. Then Roger Bond talk about how he used to go to Prince's house. That's what I say. See, people giving interviews, but they still also, when I tell you they don't know about this AI shit, this is what I mean. It is no disrespect. They already been putting out videos on Diddy got something to do with Prince being out of here. So when Roger Bond come on Vlad and talk about Diddy was able to do whatever he wanted at Prince's house, he shouldn't have said no shit like that. That let me know that he don't know about these AI videos when I kept telling y'all. This YouTube world is very small now. All of the real shit is around YouTube. Or the dirty videos being made on YouTube, they being pushed on other platforms. So my point is this. They might make the video on YouTube, but they posting that shit, say on X. And on X is getting all the views and all the comments. So I'm showing y'all what we about to look at. Let's go. Because they are new lawsuit. Gang RAPE. All right, let's go. Because these guys are able to do whatever they want. A woman has filed a lawsuit against Justin Combs, the son of Sean Diddy Combs, alleging that he arranged for her to be gang RAPE during a trip to Los Angeles. In her lawsuit, she says she first met Justin through Snapchat. After communicating, he allegedly flew her out. Told you, all of these apps were used to lure minors. But a lot of y'all seem to be stupid and you just don't remember it was this thing called flying people out. It was a fad promoted by the rappers, but you didn't understand they were flying out a lot of youngsters. And some of these youngsters will have chaperones, people with them, but you didn't get that it was a lot of flying out. And with all this flying out, was a lot of minors. This is why it is now the real ID, where you can't just fly nobody out. So I told you, anybody that thought they was going to get flown out there is going to be broke because it is shut down. No more flying out. No more taking trips for money. None of that no more. That was all for a reason. All of this was science. When the pandemic went, airports lost money. Airports got to make more money. Promote this thing called flying people out. We're going to make it where a lot of people that never flew in their whole life, we're going to make it where these next 2 years, they're going to fly their ass off. 2021, 2022, they're going to fly their ass off. 2023, they're going to get this shit jumping. Matter of fact, JetBlue made so much money, JetBlue is now starting a luxury line because they made so much money off that pandemic and everybody running to Miami because it was about getting flowed out. Also, my proof when I told you, Snapchat, but what y'all don't get is all these idiots, grown-ass, been on TikTok. That's right. Cardib, Nicki, all of the grown-ass rappers are on TikTok. That's right, because they know the grown-ups are done with them. The grown-ups see through they so they have all been preying on the youngsters. All right? You got a family, anybody in your family, young people, they on TikTok? Ask them about those rappers. Ask them. Ask them about those grown rappers on their shit. That's right. Glorilla work on that shit full time. Sexyyred, Lotto, everybody work on that TikTok. They be working on them kids. Yes, they do. So look, this don't strike me. What I kept saying that people thought this was for no reason. So this is for no reason, y'all. They came like this for no reason. Like the smart people know this case is mixed up. It's truth mixed with lawsuits. It's major stuff that's not going to be spoken about. You just got to have eyes to see and put it together. That's what I was telling people. This is the new world we in. We in a new world where everything is not going to be explained. If you still believe in what you see and hear, that's on you. But the truth is, everything is in your face. So like I said, Homeland Security did all this for nothing. Even though this is the house that Little Rod did his homework at. It was things going on. It was said that this man in this house right here, it is said that property got tunnels in it. Already looked at the land, already know there's underground bunkers, all right? Straight up, like I meant to show y'all with Jay-Z house the other day. That's just the truth, all right? These big houses like this, they don't live in that. They live underground, man. That's how it works. I meant to show y'all that with Jay-Z in them house the other day. That's why you'll see the shit real hollow, the real house underground, because the house is really a bunker. The top house, that's for fronting the gas, all that other stuff, but the real house underground. So it was said that, like I said, I paid attention to every detail before this case took off. It was rumors they was torturing people, all type of stuff. It was said that it was all type of stuff in that house. This is when I started joking, showing you him coming in the hallway in that Pennywise suit. That was at this house right there. When I said that, they were tormenting people. I was even joking saying Diddy was running around the house with the Pennywise suit on, RAPing people. No, y'all, they was doing weird stuff. So in this story, when that woman said she was at this house, bingo, I thought of that Pennywise shit, and everything I said when I was joking, y'all, I said this fool probably be running around the house with that Pennywise costume on, doing stuff. Let's go. Promising her that he would get her a position with Revolt TV in Atlanta through his father's connections. So when I told you that, it's all in your face. Explain. Only secrets is classified information. I'm going to say it again. The only secrets in this world is classified information. That's it. Once this device became your friend in your hand, all of the truth is in this damn phone. And that's how it always going to be. Because ever since they created the Google search engine, they made it where you can find out whatever you want to find out. And you can use it to fact check and go to any library or whatever you want to do, you can find out. Like a lot of people been doing. So when I say that, I'm just going to show you that everything that people been doing is just being exposed because it's exposing itself. When something is old, you're going to know it's old because time's going to change and show you it's old. You don't need nobody to tell you when something's old. So when I keep telling people, all we're looking at is a old culture behavior that has been permitted for so long. What if I told you bad behavior was packaged as a culture, given, taught, drilled, instilled into a people to make them a new people? Ass backwards. This is why when you saw a grown-ass man run around with his kids, you think normal. Now, a grown man with young people, if that's his kid, that's one thing. But I'm going to always tell you, it's balance. And these people don't have no balance. I'm going to prove it all. Because you didn't see them with as many grown-ups as you did youngsters. It was not no balance. You seen Diddy around his kids more than you seen him with the kids and the mothers around. So I've been said, yo, what the hell was this man doing with all those kids? Where the fuck was the mothers at? Also knowing, let's look how stupid people are. It's nothing for his daughters that had company to the house. Huh? His daughters, his sons. Meanwhile, no grown-ups around. He's a grown-up. But it went on for so long. So it is what it is. When this woman arrived, she and Justin drank alcohol and smoked gas, which she believes was laced due to the effect it had on her. They had a whole lot of that pink stuff. They had a whole bunch of shroom, all of that. So guess what? Like father, like son, hey, who knows? Who knows? But it is said that's what Justin did. Same pattern we've been hearing from daddy. All right? Today we're going to look at, is Justin really Diddy's son? And if not, is Diddy sticking it to his ass? You will never be part of my legacy. Never. You and your mother will never get a penny from me. The diddler. Huh? I think he set this youngster up. We're going to see. But once again, you're going to look at the son of a celebrity. Y'all thought it was normal. No, Justin is weird. Justin didn't have a real childhood. Justin didn't have no friends. Justin is dumb as bricks. Most rich people kids are fucking dumb unless they want to be smart. But most of the black kids are dumb because they don't teach them shit. They ain't going to make them go to school. Ain't no such thing as going to school and a teacher failing Justin Combs. No, they ain't going to go to school. They're going to have fake-ass tutors. They be dumb for real, y'all. It's the truth. If I was kept in a house my whole life, raised under my parents my whole life, what do I really know? The proof was played out through Shedeursanders. Shedeursanders, Justin Combs, Bronny, same shit. It shows a reflection of these young men of the new generation that will not be men because their fathers were dummies. Their fathers only taught them certain things, but did not teach them about the real world. These fathers just focus on teaching these youngsters how to be like them, but they didn't teach them about the real world. So I keep telling people this is a reflection of a behavior that is playing out throughout the generations. Diddy and Justin Combs, Deion Sanders, Shedeursanders. All right? LeBron James Jr. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What are you seeing? You're not seeing them be opposite of their parents. That's your proof they have been raised to be like their parents. I told you all of this is genetic science and studies now. Everything is studied through pattern. It's called the algorithm. But it's always been that. They just didn't tell you about it. Now, this is the psychological studies that go back, way back, when they understood that it was going to be this thing called fatherless children and children without proper parenting. That's why it's a such thing called bad parenting. That's why it's a such thing called foster systems and adoption, because this is a behavior of dysfunction that has been made normal. Hey, we raising dysfunction. If you smelling weed and you young and you seeing all this shit, that is really dysfunction. I'm sorry to tell you. So let's go. Bingo. She said that Justin also coerced her to take pills throughout the day. I'm gonna give you this clear. When she arrived, she and Justin drank alcohol and smoked weed. Two things, which she believes was laced due to the effect. So y'all know right there, alcohol, top weed, y'all know what's up. Especially the alcohol bottles they got tainted, allegedly. So let's look. Alcohol, weed. Bingo. Now look at this. She said Justin also coerced her to take pills throughout the day. Later that day, she says 3 masked men showed up at the property and took turns RAPing her. So, once again, you see how simple this is? First of all, let's look at everybody that's sober. Let's look at everybody. Okay, you smoke your little weed. Okay, you get your little drink on. Now, let's look. We don't know how young this person was, right? Now, boom. All of a sudden, smoking, drinking. Super gas, liquor. Ain't that enough to get you zooted? On top of that, the pill. Anybody know about this shit, y'all? Pills, I don't care what pill you're taking. You take that shit with alcohol, you finished already. I don't care if it's a Percocet. I don't care if it's X. I don't care what it is. Once you mix pills with alcohol, you're already done fucked up. Weed, probably laced with pink stuff. Alcohol, probably laced with rock. On top of that, pills. Then ask yourself, why the hell do they put so many drugs on people? Family ain't that many drugs in the world. But these guys are into something else. And when they get you on their property, that's right, they're going to pay you good too. So let's go to this again. Like father, like son, allegedly, right? Because I'm saying that because everything I heard in Diddy details, hear the same thing in Justin details. A woman has filed. Now look. She says she first met Justin through Snapchat. Yo, Justin, go on Snapchat, see what's up, man. See if you can get somebody, find somebody. Minors, all on Snapchat. Not Instagram, Snapchat. So that on my mind automatically think youngster, off the rip. Why not Instagram? Why Snapchat? Okay, let's go. What this also part of the bad boy movement. Why? When I said it was a pipeline. Because they knew in this game, all they got to do is promise you something. What, you want to be a model? Oh, I got you. What you sing? This game of entertainment always brought fools. But a lot of those fools didn't know they were just going to get used and abused and sent home. Because to be a star, you got to be selected. They didn't know that part. And they've been doing this for 30 years. Auditions. Just know, every audition, somebody probably got RIP'd. Every time they so-called was having a talent search, all of that, those were gatherings for pics of the litter, systems. So, in a lawsuit, she says she first met Justin through Snapchat. After communicating, he allegedly flew her out. Also, don't forget, this stuff can be proven through what? Flight records. If she has proof of those flights, that it can easily be proven. So this is why I stress to people, we in a world now where everything can be proven. There's no such thing as lying on nobody. Meaning, there's no such thing as making stuff up out of nowhere, putting together bogus ass stories. You can't do that no more. All right? Due to 5G technology, 5G is also on your side. So if anybody lying on you, you go back to 5G and prove they're a liar. That's what 5G do, y'all. That's right. 5G ain't all bad. Remember that. And just like in New York, that was the whole science of the Metro card. I know people got out of stuff because of the Metro card family. I know people that was accused of stuff they didn't do, but they was able to show proof that they Metro card in court, beat it, because they got lied on. But the Metro card proved that, you know what I'm saying? Meaning the monthly Metro card that they charge with their credit card. So they had to prove it was their real Metro card, and they was able to prove this when I knew way back when the Metro cards were for tracking. I knew that way back when. Yeah. So my point is now with 5G technology, you can't lie on nobody. See, you can't lie and say I was somewhere. Why? Cameras on house, cameras outside the house, neighbor cameras. And wherever you say I was at, we'll have to have cameras around there. See what I'm saying? So now, shit. When you pay a lawyer and you got facts, that's how it works now. You can't lie on nobody no more. That's what I was trying to tell you. The world is set up now where no dirt will be permitted. I'm not playing with y'all. It's set up like that, where it's not going to be all that lying, dirty, filthy shit no more. Nah. Because we got to remember this too, how much how much money got wasted in court. That's why you started hearing this stuff about speedy trials. See, the gov also understood that a lot of people had the courts tied up while all the criminals was getting away. So that's why I say 5G for a lot of stuff. That's what 5G for too. So when you get caught, ain't no long trial. For what? We got all the proof already. That's why I showed you when they took down the organization, it take them down to 1 year now. You going down to 1 year. We got everything we need to know. We got you 5G'd out. We got all the proof, everything. Phone, locations, sales, everything. Quick. So that's why I say this whole 5G sped up the judicial system. People not comprehending that neither. This whole world got reset. It's different. Fast. All right? The number one target is crime. Crime slows up the progress. If things are going to be fast, crime slows it up. Crime has to go. Crime, criminal mentality, right? This is why they kept showing you Law and Order, CSI. They show all these criminal minds. If anybody know about these shows, they were showing you all the horrific ways of America with all these different mentalities of criminals and weirdos. And they always show you most of the criminals and weirdos in this country are so-called upper echelon people, educated, financially straight, smart, clean background. This is the truth. So it's playing out through the Diddy trial. What's up, D? That's right. Your phone is tracked. That's why I say people got to get over all this stuff. This stuff has been in stone. It's just all perfected under one system. That's right. When you hear about one nation, 5G is a one nation system. That's right. You call yourself running from America, you can't do that. They're going to tap right in 5G. Here they go right here. Then China, wherever you at. Wherever you call yourself at. Facial rec, that's what it's for. You trying to blend in crowds. Nope, it's spot you. Right there. Yeah, that's what it's all about, y'all. We up. About to take off. So I'm showing you that because there's no such thing as lying on nobody no more, y'all. All right? It is what it is. And you ain't glitching nothing. So whenever anybody y'all heard about how it's going to be a certain society. So let me bring up the date. Overseas, they already got these systems. Social credit score, where your life is based on not only your money, but your behavior. You get a lot of tickets, it's going to go on your social. See, let me break it down. You was taught about your 800 credit score, but they learned a lot of people got 800 credit scores, but they still were pieces of ish. They had 800 credit scores, but they were using those 800 credit scores to do a lot of dirt. People with 800 credit scores was doing dirt for dirty people. No, cleaning the money, getting houses in their name, getting business in their name. Now, the most important thing will be social credit score, meaning your morals and principles are all tied in together. That's how it works. So when you get caught running a lot of tickets, it goes against your social credit score. Every time you late on paying your rent, it goes against your social credit score. Or you ain't even paying your credit card bills, it goes against your social credit score. When your shit goes so low, nobody want nothing to do with you. You won't get a car, you won't get a house, you won't get nothing. That's how it works. Because they have created a point system to make everybody act accordingly. That's what they did. Now, that is only for the people that can be in this system. If you're not even qualified, that means you're not even verified. If you're not verified, you will not be participating in the social credit score program that this country will be ran on. This is why I said criminals will be gone, because this system is anti-crime, anti-criminal. That's why I kept trying to stress to y'all. When I said stuff like the robots are to be trusted, you still lost the job. You know, humans do all type of shit. No, them days over with. All right, let's go. Remember I told you that. Top of the top, we're on a Sunday. I'm just getting started. I know people going to get up late, but today you're going to get a lot. Hold up, y'all. We still moving. So, intro. What's up tonight? Inquiring Mind, what's up? All right, y'all, let's go. Everything will be timestamped. Know that. Live for real. So, I went all the way around to come back, but I got to go here, so let's go. All right? So, like I said, this criminal behavior of doing whatever you want. I've never saw Minority Report, the movie, but I heard about it and I know about it. It's based on where they can read your mind before you do it. If you're a criminal, they already know what's on your mind. They just lock you up. But that is also the new 5G program, with criminals outlawed. Minority Report means minorities was doing a whole lot. Minorities always been the target because they always looked at minorities as people that will not follow order. This is why minorities always have to be taught rebellion. Minorities always have to be taught to be angry and mad, but minorities never understood that those are titles that will always have them watched. Because this stuff is starting to play out now. And I'm going to show y'all something. It's a culture that was promoted and permitted. So I'm going to ask you again, why in rap, or why in none of this stuff, if rap, if rap is supposed to be so gangster, why do we have more RAPE charges on rappers than shootings? Or even scamming? Why are all their charges somewhere in the sex department? Did anybody figure that out yet? Well, today you're gonna know the truth. Even though it's nothing new, been telling you. Rap is the culture. Diddy was the Pied Piper that played the music. Rappers play the music. Pick one. Producers. Rappers. You got the dancers. You got a lot of people. Hey, you got people that bring you to the Pied Piper. That's right. They're going to take you to the woods and then dip off on you. They call managers. That's right. They call personal assistants. Diddy was the Pied Piper, y'all. Remember when I showed you him at the crib in those bushes? Yeah, tree jumper. You guys were taught to embrace a culture of tree jumpers, but it goes way back. Everything you were taught were lies, meaning they wanted these people to be a whole nother type of person, and they gave them a whole nother teaching. So today you're going to see, when I said this is all about people being exposed, because the people that taught them this shit is the people that is destroying them. I threw it at y'all before. I'm just going to keep telling you the truth. When I said you're watching the Greeks be destroyed, y'all didn't want to believe me, but I'm going to keep showing you. This is not personal. We just dealing with 2025, and you got to learn. It's no more. There's no such thing as being proud of certain shit no more. Just be proud of yourself. All right, that's it. In her lawsuit, she says she first met Justin on Snapchat. Sound like some minor stuff. Why the Homeland Security come like that, y'all? So you mean to tell me this shit was a joke? Why wasn't just like 10 federal agents? Obviously, some things went on in that house for a certain amount of time that we don't know about. I'm going to say they probably was in that house checking for blood, all of that. Why wasn't just no regular agents come, y'all? Why Homeland? Because ain't no telling what he was doing. Because, see, they know that's really a base. They know his house really a bunker. That's right. They went to get this man the same way they went and got Pablo Escobar, basically, y'all. Get it? But people didn't peep it because I told you, when your brain no entertainment, everything is a joke. No, they came and got that man like Pablo Escobar, meaning it could be so many people got tortured in that damn house, you'll never know. But you're going to know one thing. She said that Justin also coerced her to take pills throughout the day. Later that day, she says 3 masked men showed up at the property and took turns RAPing her. So when I'm hearing the story, I'm like, as soon as she said that, I already know what I'm thinking. I start thinking of Diddy in that Pennywise suit. And I'm like, man, ain't no such thing as nobody coming on the property. That means whoever did it was already on the property. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Because it's what it's about. Pied Piper. The GOAT. That's who Diddy is in this industry. That is the god of music. That is the god of rock and roll. That is the god of rock and roll that got put in rap. They know what's up. But I'm trying to tell them, the shit they was proud of is the shit they being destroyed with. All right? That's a bunker. That's a base. Also, when you've been gaslit and told you get away with anything and you start doing any and everything, somehow that shit catching up. And it ain't no coincidence Peter Pan is that color. Ain't no coincidence. That's right. See, people thought, this was a trick. They said what goes on in the dark comes to the light. But then they confused people with light and darkness. So they didn't know what was light, what was darkness, and they didn't know certain things, and dark was going to come to light. And they didn't know they was in a world of darkness. And I'm trying to tell you. That's why I say the light shine in the darkness. They ain't comprehending not. It's kind of like when I knew I was on the wrong path, then I figured out, I said, hold up, man, something ain't right. But some people never did that. So this is what I mean. No, this is the god of rap. It ain't no damn secret. When I tell you other places, other countries, people that's with this shit, man, they put that statue in their yard. Huh? They put that statue at their house. Because people from certain countries, they know all about this shit. People that know the beginnings of music, see, all real rock and rollers, all real people that know about musical instruments, they know about all this. I'm going to keep telling y'all again. This was only supposed to be a secret. 100 years ago, when they taught it to a particular people, they told them it's a secret. Because back then they couldn't read. Back then they couldn't read. It wasn't supposed to read. The reason why they didn't want them to read, so they will believe everything they told. It's the reason why they didn't want them to read, so they won't be able to know titles, deeds, real estate. They wouldn't know nothing. It was on purpose because you don't educate slaves with real knowledge. You don't teach them shit. So being that they couldn't read, they taught them through signs and symbols and false teachings because they didn't teach them that everybody, but this is what they taught them. They taught them that everybody with a particular skin color was good. But they didn't teach them about Queen Candace of Ethiopia. They didn't teach about how Queen Candace put Alexander's ass on the run and they were scared of her. Never taught them that. See, they didn't break down the knowledge how Alexander the Greek was scared of Queen Candace. They didn't tell them that. See, I keep telling you this shit. Everybody knows the truth. False teachings will be proven today. I'm not here to diss nobody. But I'm going to keep showing you. Being that I gotta keep talking about this RAPE shit, I'm going to keep breaking down where this shit come from. I'm going to keep flipping it on their ass. No darkness around here. Strictly lights. All right? See the GOAT? He was the GOAT of the industry. It's not a coincidence. When he got accused of this behavior, that man had a fully grown goatee. It's not a coincidence. All right? This is the symbol of music, rock and roll and rap. What part you don't get? Get it clear. All right? That's called a keyboard. That's microphones. Synthesizer. Because music is the only thing that enters the soul without one permission. And the science of the Pied Piper is you play the music, they will come. And they will come right into the trap. Ain't the house called a trap? That's right. No, the industry don't make nobody do nothing. You come to the industry. It's in the story. Let me prove it to you. This is how it goes, y'all. He promised her she would get a position on Revolt. Pied Piper. See that? That's how it works. You gotta sing a song so he'll come. Told her she'll be on Revolt. Here she come. What? Then what happened? I'm just giving you the clue. This is how easy this shit is. Right here. Diddy tells him, allegedly, he goes on Snapchat. He goes on Snapchat, tell her to come. And what happened? He lured her to the woods. Because she thought she was going to be a star. But when you understand they've been using that shit in the industry for over 50 years, and then you can assume how many people got touched or destroyed. All right? The Pied Piper plays the flute. Talks the BS or makes the promise or make it sound good. Like music. Music sound good. When somebody tell you something real good, that's music. Lure them to the woods. Get them to the spot. All right? That's why I tell you, this ain't no secret. There's no secret about Pan. Everybody know who Pan is. Do you know who Pan is? A lot of y'all just didn't want the world to know that. Y'all been bowing down to Pan. Music is Pan. I make music. It's not a coincidence on the machine. It's a Pan button. All right? But what you don't understand about Pan, you guys didn't have balance. And they knew that man without balance would be a full goat. They knew man without balance would be a straight savage. They didn't get them real knowledge. They taught them to be savages. That's why you're going to keep getting the same shit out all this Diddy news. Savage behavior. You're not going to get nothing good. Because rap was supposed to be exactly everything we seen it was. Sex, drug heads, rock and roll. Really meant people getting their shit rocked, getting their shit destroyed, getting their shit wiped off the earth. That's rock and roll concert. People die, fall off speakers, mosh pit, all of that. See, the rock and roll that the white boys did, they used that to study the behavior. Then once they understood the power of rock and roll, no, you guys are going to rock and roll, but y'all not going to kill each other. White boys, we're going to put this shit in rap. So they going to kill each other. Science, infusion. That's right. That's right. Just same way is they always going to give them the perverted knowledge, never the real knowledge. All right? So the Pied Piper plays the music. So like I said, it's not a coincidence he had a full goatee. Huh? It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence he was the top of the rap pyramid, period. All right? Nobody bigger. I'm not talking about internet hype. If you don't believe he was bigger than everybody, just look at all the people he was accused of being friends with, and then you'll see no other rapper has friends like him. I showed you this guy chilling with Robert Kraft. I showed you this guy chilling with every big dog. All right, period. Because they respected him. They respected him on how he kept the blacks in order. They respect him because whatever agenda they wanted to push, he got it done. Period. So, looks to me like he raised Justin to be one way. I even looked through the pictures. It don't look like he loved Justin like that. So when y'all say that Justin ain't his son, we know Diddy knew that too. Alleged. Everything was alleged. She said she was threatened and told, you better let this happen or else. She says the attack lasted from Saturday to around mid-afternoon on Sunday, and that she was driven to the airport on Monday. So, if this is true, you know it could be proven through the airport. So, it is said, wow. In her lawsuit, she says she first met Justin through Snapchat. After communicating, he flew her out from New Orleans. Wow. So, Snapchat, promising deals. Men come in with masks on. She said that was Diddy. Because stupid Justin said something. It was said that Justin, dumbass, opened his mouth. She claims that one of the men was Diddy, as Justin repeatedly referred to him as Pops, and that she even recognized the disgraced mogul's mannerisms. Diddy wants some young stuff. He get Justin to do it. Really, that's his way of incriminating Justin. Huh? Incriminate. Diddy know he going to jail? Diddy know one day it's going to be over anyway? But just when it's over, just know, Justin, you ain't getting a penny. Yeah, I know your daddy is, fool. You and your mama ain't getting shit. You going to be dirty too, Justin. See that? Bingo. Not King Combs. She claimed that one of the men was Diddy, as Justin repeatedly referred to him as Pops, and that she even recognized the disgraced mogul's mannerism. See? Also, this is when I told y'all, that's why I got off all the media platforms. Y'all gonna tell me on Instagram, shit like that, you wasn't starting to see a lot of sex videos with people with masks on? I said, yo, I told y'all on this channel, I said, yo, a lot of that stuff starting to look like RAPE stuff. Tell you, man, there's been a lot of grooming going on. Yeah, sex games. People having sex with masks on. I'm like, nah, that's rape footage, y'all. That's rape porn. I'm telling you, man, they put all that shit on the timeline, man. Freaky shit. Meanwhile, they all are goats. See that? Now let me show you in a regular neighborhood where this person does have nothing to be ashamed of, because they know about paganism. They know about nature, because Pan represents nature, not just humping on stuff, but that's how they was taught. So when you can see that this country was supposed to have been a Christian country during slavery and after slavery, the people were put in a Baptist church. Within the Baptist church, they were given certain rules and regulations to follow. And everything outside of that was considered evil. So, when they understood that to build this country on a certain level, they were going to have humans that would do the work. Humans that would be their tools. But these tools would be considered the favorite. Today, you know them as black folk. And out of these black folk, they would handpick a certain few that they would educate. You can call them whatever you want. Elite, boule, whatever you want to call them. They had a particular one that they would pick and teach and educate. Now, they will be educated and smarter than their peers, meaning their fellow bondmen. But the knowledge they will get will always have them second-class citizens to master. That is how it always, everything in this world is run as master and slave, period. So the knowledge they were given will only be good enough for them to be in their presence. But it was never going to be the knowledge where they will establish nations. Get it? Everything I'm saying is hundreds, 1,000 years old. Meaning it was given to a people as something sacred, but it was only world history. It's a difference between history, knowledge, and mythology. Mythology is the clues, but you have to find the knowledge. And within the knowledge, you will get the real history. So I'm only going to say that because the GOAT always been the gatekeeper of music. All right? When it was established in this country, that's who was the head of it. Because when they put it in Cali, Hollywood, they knew the people would come. All they had to do was play the music. If you know about Hollywood, it was also a time of Hollywood before it was talking, it was music. You watched the movie and music played. You had the time without music. See, it was levels of Hollywood, guys. First, it was no music, no words, just film. Word, get it? Films and writing. Then it was film with the music playing. You know, the Charlie Chaplin stuff. This is when they started to infuse it. No, Hollywood was built to be something different. The East Coast was supposed to be the righteous side, and the left coast, which is the West, was supposed to be the opposite. That's why if you wanted to get down with that culture, you had to take your ass to California. Get out, take it away from the East. That's how it was all. This is how this country was built. At this time now, I'm going to 1910. When these black people had nothing to do with this damn music at all. This what it always was. This what it's going to be. People that want to accept that when it went into hip-hop, now y'all going to do it. And on top of that, no. Y'all going to do it for real to the extreme. Bloodshed. So, let's go. Sean Diddy Combs' son, Justin Combs, hit with gang RAPE lawsuit. That's why to break it down, to let y'all know, this ain't no coincidence. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep on happening. So when I told y'all, that's all you're going to get is nasty news, every time I got to talk about nasty news, I'm just going to show you where it come from, and I'm going to show you how they have influenced a lot of Negroes. Negroes are with this culture. So I'm going to keep showing and telling you. It's called musical chairs. You ain't started, but you the one finishing it. Because you signed up. A woman has filed a complaint against Sean Diddy Combs. USA Today World News. Alleging she was gang RAPE by Diddy and two other men during a trip to Los Angeles. Tariq Connolly claims Justin Combs contacted her through Snapchat March of April 2017, requesting photos, which she sent. She says Justin, now 31 years old, offered to fly the New Orleans resident to LA for the weekend and promised he could get her a job on Revolts. But they don't get the job. All right? A network his father founded. So once again, remember, people say he was using Bad Boy for stuff. We don't know how much stuff he used Revolt for. But see, that's why I say people not stupid. Go ahead. No, that's why they bought Revolt off Diddy to get that shit off his ass, just in case some more dirt come up on his ass and he destroys the value of Revolt. Get it? Because Revolt would have had dirt on him. They had to take it from his ass because he was about to crash Revolt. Because the disgraced mogul, all his brands are going to crash. Then you're going to see somehow he don't got Revolt no more. They bought it off his ass. So let's go. Because Lil Justin never was innocent. This is when the diddler made Nicki Minaj be Justin's date. You will clearly see Nicki's face. She did not want to be there. Then to prove it, it was said that Diddy was mad at Nicki because she was late. But when I read the story, she was late because she probably didn't want to be there. Then I saw the pictures. No, he made her do it. This is what Nicki was talking about. We heard her talk about recent. How they force you to do stuff. They make you do stuff. Because she was the hottest rapper in the world. That's when she was on top of that Bob shit. You going to be Justin date. At this time, Justin was what? 16. This was really what? Certified. You see mama getting all the shine? Don't y'all ever try to make it like that woman is a good lady. There's no such thing as being with that man before Bad Boy, since Bad Boy, never called him out, never trashed him, never dissed him, never took up for Kim, never said nothing. Don't play that game. Stop it, y'all. They all dirty. They all filthy. No such thing as telling a billionaire what to do. No, meaning he did whatever he wanted to do. As far as I know, Misa could have been in the back room. Who fucking knows? Huh? Justin was her spy. I don't think Diddy trusted either one of their ass. That's my opinion. All right? And I think this is Diddy sticking it to their ass. Misa, you and Justin will never have my money. Never. Y'all will never touch a penny. I'm going to incriminate your son. I'm going to incriminate all that shit. Here, stick it to you. Oh, yeah, guess what, y'all? Don't go nowhere. We about to get into that shit. We're going to judge. Today, we add public opinion. Is Justin Wolf's son. We've all been talking about it. They ain't stopped, y'all. Let me show you today. So like I said, now look at this. Is it for real or is it fake? Because Misa is supposed to be suing Mary J. Blige as we speak. As we speak. Over what, $5-6 million? A washed up rapper by the name of Vado that was presented to us by Cameron. Cameron signed Vado, but when you sign with Cameron, you're going to be broke after that. So Vado was so broke. Vado was signed by Puffy's baby mother, Misa, in a deal. And then it was said that Mary stole Vado from Misa. And allegedly, that's a lawsuit. Right now, in court as we speak, allegedly. That's why I say, they self-destructing. I looked at it like, I think Misa going broke anyway. She's going to be broke because that's what's going to happen. So maybe she do need this lawsuit. But anyway, y'all know they spoiled Justin. Y'all know they gave that boy everything. But the question is, why did she let Diddy raise his ass? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not going for that. Know why I say that? If we are just finding out who the hell Diddy is, Misa always knew who that nigga was. Question is, why would you have your son with that man like that? Why he ain't just visit on the weekends? No. And don't forget, Justin was hanging with Diddy when he was grown, meaning Justin basically picked Diddy over his mother. Basically, if you pay attention. Because for real, if y'all saying y'all think that, whoa, son, what the hell was Justin doing hanging around Diddy all these years? What the hell was that about? Meaning, nah, y'all. A lot of shit is starting to come out, y'all. A lot of this shit ain't looking right. I think Diddy raised Justin as a public front so he never would have to deal with that embarrassment. But that don't mean he ever had no love for that boy. All right? I just think he was more or less in protecting his legacy. That's what I think. Now, I ain't even heat up yet. Let's go. Because this Misa now, like I said, playing a broke down role. No, that's called the walk of shame. That's what that's called. The walk of shame. How much percentage does Misa get? She been around before Biggie. She seen a lot of people die. She seen Biggie die. She seen Kim die. Now, she stuck around so long, now your son gets some of this dirt. See that? What I tell you, they don't know when to leave, guys. They don't know when to leave. They'll know some shit ain't right. They'll keep coming back because niggas do anything for money. That's it. Niggas don't know how when you master the art of not giving a damn about money, how free you become after that. They don't know that. But they don't want to stop living a certain way. They didn't know the bigger you try to live, the more you always going to need, and you're never going to have enough. They didn't know the science of life was making everything small. They didn't know that. They didn't understand that, once you ain't in the game no more, it's okay to downsize. It's okay to get something on a small, luxurious level. No. They want to keep it going, right? So they keep coming back. And that's how this shit works. This shit is no different from when you was a kid. And you be getting away with so much shit, stealing cookies out the refrigerator, blaming it on your cousin, eating all the cereal. Who left all this little bit of milk? I didn't do it. See, you've been getting away with shit your whole fucking life. And it made you have a behavior where you feel like shit always going to work in your favor. You're always going to get out of some shit. But I'm going to keep telling you, they're not getting out of this one. They're not. Because I'm going to tell you again, this shit was taught. It was taught. Today you're going to learn everything you're still proud of. It was taught to you on purpose for you to fail. So I'm going to throw it at you again. Why they never talked about Queen Candace of Ethiopia that Alexander and the rest of them were scared to death of. And they didn't want no smoke with Ethiopia. Can any of y'all tell me that? Well, if you can't tell me that, somebody got some false knowledge. It's very simple. Let's look at where music come from. Let's look where music come from. Heron of Alexandria. All right? The Greeks. The Greeks. The Greeks. That's why this is the god Pan. Peter Pan the goat. Because it comes from the Greeks. He is a Greek god. The ones that gave you the music you love to this day. And it's a reason why a lot of people were raised to be Greeks. It's a reason for that. That's right. That's right. They are the makers of a lot of things. But what people don't understand about ancient history, everybody in ancient history was not good people. And then if you really study ancient history, you're going to see all the great good people. They don't teach you about that. See? It's how it works. Greece. See that? The machine, they were dealing with this science back then. The Romans were dealing with science. They were dealing with mechanics. I'm giving you the history and showing you the makers of modern day music when it came down to this machinery. That's right. It's a science that was taught, believed, and installed. And to this day, this is what those Negroes live by in entertainment. Everything I'm showing you in entertainment, they believe it and they bow down to it, but they didn't know it was the trap for them to be stuck in the end. That's why they're all being accused of RAPs and Geppettos, because that is the ways they were taught. It's very fucking simple. All right? So, once again, when there's already allegations of Diddy and Prince, I said they were Diddy trolling Prince. Then you're going to see D-Rock right there, same one being accused of shit right now. All right? You're going to see Justin and them was with him. But this was after Prince was rest in peace. I don't think Roger Bond should have spoke about Diddy used to run all over Prince's house, and Diddy had so much fun at Prince's house, and he was able to do whatever he want. Uh-oh. Now, to kill this situation, you want to get through your head. Everything you keep hearing is not no fucking spectacle. When I say all you're going to get is perverted, dirty news, because it's a dirty, perverted culture. It was just made to look good with a shiny suit. Meanwhile, when I say no more damn secrets, it never was a secret. It was just a secret in the slave days when Negroes couldn't read. They told niggas anything. Meanwhile, this is music. All right? The GOAT, Peter Pan, the one that plays the music. And he gonna lower your ass to that show, to that hotel. It's called groupies. It's called fans. It's very simple because it's a science. It was a science that was high tech years ago. It was used to conquer nations, conquer people. So when people keep saying, black people started rock and roll, right? It's a reason why they started rock and roll. Then you're going to see when the other people so-called had rock and roll, they wasn't slaying each other. No, this is music. All right? This is the Hollywood star. What part you don't understand? Ain't no damn secret. It's all in the Google engine. This is music. So shout out to my real rock and rollers that know what's up and know their history and know what it's all about. This only had to be hidden because black folk were supposed to be perfect Christians. So they started getting down with this shit and they had to hide it in their fucking households. That's all it is. But nowadays in 2025, right, it is no such thing as religion. What you believe in is your own beliefs and nobody could judge you no more. You judge yourself. The thing is, this was a culture so shameful because it wasn't for them. It was given to them. But to this day, they embraced it, but they didn't know this was what was going to destroy them. It's called a one-way trip to hell. It's no different from if a man gangbangs his whole life. It's no different from if you're living a lie and you're just so messed up, you just can't get it right. No, a lie will always be destroyed. And who believe in lies, you're going to be destroyed too. Because the people that run this world understood real warfare, psychological. The term GOAT of rock and roll typically refers to the greatest of all time in the genre of rock and roll. But who made the GOAT statement popular? Who made it a fad? Who kept saying it? Was LeBron? Who started the conversation of the GOAT amongst them people? It was the time they didn't have no conversation about no damn goats. No. But you're going to see. Somehow this word kept coming out their mouth. But they didn't know they was indulging in goat culture. That's right. They were all bowing down to the goat. Not God of all things. No, great of all time. That's right. But what they don't understand is time is always changing. Anything that doesn't change in time will be destroyed. So in reality, there's no such thing as the greatest of all time because time doesn't exist. All right? So let's salute to the real rock and rollers because they don't understand that rap was the biggest culture vulture music because rap is the music of fucking Babylon. Why you think in rap, they was able to put jazz in rap, rock and roll in rap is all cultures. You can do gospel rap. You can do a beat, right? You can do a hip hop beat right now. I can put an Indian sample in it. I can do a beat now, put an Arabian sample in it. Hip hop is only music. You can mix anything in it as well. You can't do that with no other music at all. You can't do it. Then I know music, so I also know the same drum pads used for rock and roll, same drum pads used for hip hop. So when you know music, you know the same equipment that makes rock and roll, same equipment that made hip hop, y'all. That's why I say I know the science. I also know where every beat machine was made in Europe, every microphone in Europe, everywhere where the science of music was started at, the homeland of Peter Pan and Peter Pan worshipers, that's where these beat machines come from. All right? Simple. That's where the whole essence of everything you love with this studio equipment, rap, entertainment. No, these are the same people control internet. They always been in the science. Now, salute to the rock and rollers, because I told you already. Everything in rap was in rock and roll first. You just didn't want to accept it. Marilyn Manson was the highest point of rock and roll. After Marilyn Manson, they did it rock and roll. And then rock went into rap the first time. But it was done through Eminem. Y'all didn't know that Eminem, when he first came out, was a crossbreed. Y'all didn't know MTV was like a magical stage. See, let me show it to you. Eminem is a white boy, but he's going to still blend in with the rock and roll and the punk rock. He's going to have the face of a rock and roller, but he's going to rap. But he was the fusion between rock and roll and rap. And if you don't believe me, do your homework, you'll see when Marilyn Manson was stepping down, Eminem was bigging up. It was passing the torch. It was done on MTV. Like I said, I know about all this because I know when it happened with Run DMC. It would always be a back and forth with rock and rap. It was always a fusion because they both. It's just that rock and roll was for white kids to be rebellious. Rap music was for black kids to be rebellious. The difference is the white kids wasn't going to kill and slay each other like the blacks. They would just play it out, rock and roll, wilding out. Nope, mosh pit. But I'm trying to tell you this. This is Young Thug, y'all. Lil Uzi Vert. Keep going. When I said everybody else don't got to hide it. When you sing rock groups like Kiss, long hair, lipstick, makeup, that's what it always was. But you didn't want to accept that you were trying to be down with a culture and still claim black heritage, but that's what made you the biggest dummy and hypocrite, y'all. Because it was on purpose to be like that. Hip-hop started one way. It didn't start like that. But when they put rock and roll in it and everything was accepted and everybody embraced it, party like a rock star, the tight clothes, the tight shirts, the cross-dressing, all that. Everybody knew the science knew that was nothing but rock and roll. And everybody knew at that point that black people were nothing but big-ass followers. The colored hair, all that shit, Ben did that. No, this was a stage. See, it's not that they became followers in the 70s, 80s. No, they became the biggest followers as we got to the millennium when you were supposed to get the smartest. But they started to go ass backwards. That's right. So musical chairs and science of the chessboard is, first we did rap, rock. Now you're going to be rock and rollers. Let's change the board. Shoot. Now you rock and rollers. Now you're going to worship the GOAT. Now y'all going to big up the GOAT. We did it already. Y'all turn. That's what it was. Disco, rock, same thing. Y'all turn rap. Y'all just didn't get it. Disco had their turn. Rock and roll had their turn. Rap, here go y'all turn. And within rock and roll, you had punk rock before that. You got heavy metal. But everybody had their turn. You didn't want to say it's y'all turn to be nasty. It's y'all turn. And y'all going to be the worst. Y'all, it's y'all turn to do the works for the GOAT. That's what it's about. Science. Strike. Rebellion. No. Truth is, rebellion is not taught. Rebellion is accepted. Huh? Fool, any person can talk about shit all day. You can watch movies all day. You can listen to music all day. It's all about if you accept it or not. All right? It's all about if you know what you're dealing with. This is rap. Okay? Now you go back and Google the first rappers and you're going to see those fucking fingers. But you just got to understand, black people lied to so much and so long, they kept getting tricked. They were told that meant Zulu, but it don't. Devil horns, the goat. All right? Oh, shit. I'm trying to break you out your spook shit so you won't keep, no, I'm saying it because this perversion in rap ain't going to stop. But when you understand this is what it's supposed to be, you'll get it clear. Let's go. I'm trying to let you know because the rock and rollers know very well. Bingo, Marilyn Manson, man. Why am I showing you Marilyn Manson? The androgynous one. Androgynous, no sex. Androgynous. So you made shit a movement. You came with all this extra shit. This shit ain't nothing new. Because they always knew the science of the androgynous one. They always knew the science of best of both worlds. Meanwhile, he was able to step down. Man, if you see Marilyn Manson, he don't even dress up like that no more. He be on some regular shit. The whole key is, it was y'all turn. So when rap became the biggest, it was by design. It was a reason. When you saw all those white kids at the crowd, they knew exactly what rap music meant. They knew what it was supposed to do. Yeah. So, like I said, Johnny Come Lately, everything you was proud of was just repackaged for you to like it. That's right. You know, you do Christmas gifts, you got regular paper, you got that exclusive shit, you got luxury paper. Rap was nothing but the same bullshit. Rap with luxury paper called gold chains, Bentleys, Ferraris, MTV cribs, shit like that. That's why y'all music had to have all that extra shit with it. So that's how we got y'all to believe in that shit and really be brainwashed. Because see, with rock and roll, as long as you play that music, that made you a star. You ain't need all that shit. Nope. That's why rock and rollers still got money. Because see, another thing y'all didn't get was failure. They also knew to be a rapper, that shit costs a lot of money. Rock and rollers never had to worry about their clothes. All they needed was their signature guitar or their signature machine. That's it. They gonna see their fans. What's up? Show love to their fans. All that. And go about making their music. Y'all culture had to be a persona. It went hand in hand with guns. You had to prove who was the toughest, which was gonna create more shootouts. Y'all had gangs, cliques, more shootouts, more arrests. They had to pay for entourages. They had to pay for more hotels. They had to pay for more security. It was already designed for them to all be broke. They didn't get it. It was the most destructive culture that needed security, law enforcement, undercover officers. Everybody got to get paid. Rock and rollers, they didn't need all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got all the money. We just do our show. We got our security. That's it. And rock and rollers, they originally be hands-on with their fans, so they the ones, that shit Chris Brown doing, he stole that shit from rock and rollers, because they've been doing that, and they do it for free. Let a few fans back here sign some autographs. They've been doing that. No, y'all whole shit is fucking clone. So the reason why y'all fucked up, because y'all didn't have no culture, y'all loved a fake-ass culture, bowed down to it, and y'all were raised in this shit. And today I'm going to show you where all this shit started from. We're going to go back to where it started from, in America. Yeah. All right? See that right there? That's Greece. Pied Piper, God Pan. Even though some of you Negroes never seen Greece with your own eyes, right? Okay, that's cool. But just know that. Just know that. I'm going to say it again. The Greeks did not want no smoke with Queen Candace from Ethiopia. Do you know why? Can you please tell me why? It is written. All the stuff Alexander the Great did. It's a fact. He did it. It's also a fact that that man didn't want no smoke with Ethiopia. Can you guys tell me that? Okay. If you can't, you got some more work to do. All right. This is rap music. I'm going to it again. 6-month anniversary. This is rock and roll put in the rap. But see, the 50th anniversary of rap was also tied in with rock and roll. That's right. So I just wanted y'all to know everything was put in rap. It's just that now y'all gonna be the face of it. Rock and rollers and everybody that was dirty, They wear suit and ties, have legitimate business, and they left that shit alone a long time ago. Even the first rap fans. Y'all forget that, like, a lot of y'all still pushing this racist shit when you forgot there was so many white rap fans, millions upon millions of white people in this country, allegedly. I just say white lightly. Millions of white people raised on the same shit you raised on. They went to more concerts than you, but somehow they was able to leave their shit alone because they knew it was just music. It wasn't their culture, but they love the music. And someone to walk around suit and tie, it could be a boss right now. You ain't gonna know he used to listen to rap. You ain't gonna know that. But I know that because I saw my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's go. Here's what they think about y'all. Now, I want to show y'all the whole science of goats and freaks because it goes back to Europe and everybody knows the science. Hey, if I was still gangbanging, walking around with a blood flag, that'd be me right there. A damn fool, a goat out here looking for destruction, something to destroy. You get it? Yeah, a fool. It's a science with this shit. This is how y'all get trolled. In your face, behind your back. This is the secret of you goats. You got turned into goats. When I say that, you're going to keep hearing freaky stories. I'm going to show you the origin of the goat and the freak. Because you heard about the Greeks were freaks. It's a reason for that. You heard about riding goats. It's a reason for that. The thing is, it was a culture given for failure. Now let's look. Here's what they think about you. When I told you that colored hair means you're a freak, then you're going to see who's the face of colored hair. Who's the face of gangbanging? Who's the face of freaky? No. Told you it's a science. When I said they got turned into goats, it's a teaching that you accepted for money. You was told it was sacred, but it was a lie, Craig. Craig, they lied to our ancestors, Craig. They lied, all right? They lied, straight up. Because back then when they couldn't read, they didn't know what the fuck they was getting into. No. Y'all going to be fucking goats, and you're going to have a lot of kids, and you're going to teach this shit to your kids. Because goats have kids. No, you raise the fucking goats. I'm not playing with y'all. I told you this Diddy shit showed me so much. Because I learned, once I got that this Diddy shit was a revelation, that means they was telling me this shit because they wanted me to know this shit. That's right. This is the music industry. To ask yourself, why does every black rapper, female, have to have colored hair? Because the colored hair represents the freak. When I said, you're going to see in diddytrial, there is nobody black when they're getting abused because the blacks are the ones that get freaked off in Hollywood, huh? When I kept saying Harvey Weinstein is in jail, nobody black with the Me Too movement because the blacks are the ones that get freaked on. They the ghosts that get their ass rolled. That's right. When them freaky men set up this country a long time ago, they set up a system where they always going to be able to have fun with you. That's right. Every organization, Hollywood, y'all going to be the fucking freaks. And there's also how we got y'all to live in secret amongst yourselves. But what y'all didn't understand is about secrets. If I'm keeping a secret, I'm only keeping it for myself because I don't want myself to be exposed. But that don't mean it's a secret. We taught y'all in shame, so you will always live in shame. But shame means darkness. We made you live a life of shame so you could never look nobody in the eye with a straight face, and you're going to live in shame. It's called fucking secrets. This is your prison. After slavery, you guys are free to do whatever the fuck you want. But we had to find a way to put some cuffs on you niggas, and it's called shame. And your shame is going to be why you shut up. Because you can't talk amongst your people. You got to live double lives. That was the trick. Do you see it? It's right in your face. You got turned into goats and colors, guys. I told you already. Anyone believe me when I said it's a reason why they call them colored people. No. The freak. Look at your Instagram timeline. Look at all that hair color you're going to see. Then remember, dudes started cutting their hair that color. No, the joke's on y'all. Turn all y'all into colors, all y'all gonna be freaks, all y'all the one, y'all the face of it. Y'all the face of abuse and the face of those who do the abusing. That's right. I'm not playing with you. It was a trick. That's right. It was a trick. Everything y'all get gonna be freaky. Because y'all the face of freak. Y'all the face of being horny. Because the goat is the horny one. I mean, what? The goat is the horny one. Huh? Why you think you got all them stories of him being horny? Everybody get it clear. They deal with hot science. Freak off, horny. Huh? The horny one. So you gonna tell me this man had different looks his whole life, but when he goes down for all these allegations, he got a full goatee? No, he's the goat of this shit. The goat of the black community. That's right, pick one. They played that music, they went for that shit. But then when I said it ain't just the rappers, it's the fans. Because a lot of them are raised in this shit, bro. They thought they was with some elite shit, but they wasn't. They got tricked. I'm gonna go into the history of how they got tricked. I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep telling you every day because it's a reason. Time is running out. And the shit you proud of, I'm telling you, gonna destroy you. So see Sexyyred? You see Sexyyred? All right. The joke was always on y'all. This is shit. All these, you see these pictures? Europe. Home of Peter Pan, home of the goat. Here's what they think about you. See that? See that? No. I talk that shit nobody talking about. I ain't trying to diss nobody. I'm just trying to tell y'all that pride shit out the window, guys. Everything you stand over pride is about trash. See, I'm gonna show you. If I'd have still had pride in the streets, let me show you me. This me right here. See? If I'd have still had pride in the streets, talking about, yeah, homie, you know what I'm saying, blood, about to smoke this weed, blood, bro, go get this money. You know what I'm saying? Get this money, bro. I'm eating out here. I'm chewing. What do y'all start saying? I'm chewing. A goat, nigga. We get this. I'm chewing right now, bro. I'm getting this money. I'm eating. Goats just eat. They don't stop, bro. I'm a goat. I just run out the house. I got kids. I just run the street all day. Just do me like a fucking goat. That's what goats do. You put some sheep there, goat just run around all day. That's what we got turning to ghosts, bro. Ain't no coincidence. When I had that flag, I was putting up 5-point stars. So I told you, getting your life right take time. Running the street, you a fucking goat, bro. Sit your dirty ass down. That's right. No, that's a joke on me. If I didn't stop that shit, I stopped that shit a long time ago. Joke was on me. Told y'all, man. Pick one. Which goat were you? Which fucking one? Pick one. You pick one. No, that's called savage life, y'all. All that shit you heard about, I'm a savage, I'm a beast. This is the meaning of beast of the field. The beast of the field. The goat runs around the field and humps on shit, man. Huh? Let's go back to your American history. A very important document was signed. Many of y'all know about this from the back of the $2 bill. But when you understand that these teachings were taught to slaves, and it was a reason for that. Same thing ain't gonna tell you about this picture is damn near every last one of them was a slave owner. They ain't gonna tell you that part. Because the ones that conquered this shit rewrote history, and they're the same ones that told you the North was the best and the South was the worst, but it all was lies. That's right. It all was lies. They was taught to you at the same time. I'm gonna prove today where your teachings come from in this country. I'm gonna show you everything you're proud of come from. That's right. All your fucking history is bullshit. I could say it today, it's 2025. I would have never said this shit a couple years ago. Hell no. I just said it now because it's time. I mean, there's no more secrets. See that? Red dots cover the faces of all the men who enslaved people. All in this picture right here. Declaration of Independence, 1818. Huh? Holla at me now, y'all. A lot of y'all got college degrees, right? You're fucking smart, right? Especially that idiot that came in my chat the other day. I only call smart people idiots. I'm talking about people who think they're so fucking smart with a big mouth. I only disrespect big mouth people, y'all. I swear to God. If you're a humble person, if you don't know shit, meaning if you don't know something, that don't make you stupid. If, you know what I'm saying? No, the idiot is the one that thinks they knows it all and got the biggest mouth. That is the dummy. Because the one that don't want to accept the truth is the biggest dummy. That's right. All slave owners, 1818. Where are you at in this picture? These are the ones that made the 3/5 of a law. 3/5, because these people, when they wrote that law, you're going to be goats. You're never going to be able to sit amongst us on our level. Never. It's a reason for that. That's the case. We actually will be helping y'all take over shit. We're not going to help you do that. No. You're going to stay in your place with these teachings. And they're going to be in your blood. They're going to be in your DNA. And you're going to teach it and pass it and pass it. This who you're going to be. Back then you wasn't that, but now you are. 1818, all slave owners. Because that was the trade of the day. Also, keep this in mind, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to this. This is the jewel of the whole shit. They were all slave owners. But the thing is, back then, everybody wasn't slaves. Let me update y'all memory bank. Now, you smart, right? Well, if they had slaves on the East Coast, and if you know your American history, well, you should know it was a whole lot of tribes once you crossed that Appalachian Mountain. It was a whole lot of tribes from Ohio, from the Mississippi River, all the way to California. That is my proof. Everybody was not a slave. Because when they signed this law, it was a whole landmass they didn't even conquer yet. Are you getting this clear? No. African Americans, or those slaves they talking about, are one particular people that were created and controlled by them. They didn't control the whole America at this time. All right? Geniuses, they did not control the whole America at this time. This is 1818. All right? Told you the real shit that you learn in them books at school by whack-ass teachers. No, they job to teach you to be stupid. Common sense. If they signed this in 1818, this before the Trail of Tears, which means as they're signing this, a whole lot of Cherokees right there in Georgia, South Carolina, I mean, all that shit still going on all around them. And they did not even go past West Virginia. They didn't do none of that yet at all. But they did have slaves because I proved it already. At this time, they had slaves in Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia. Get it? They had slaves up north too, y'all. The biggest lie ever told. Pennsylvania. These guys had their slaves from the north to Virginia. That's them. These are the guys that breeded the army that would slay the South years later. Signed that paper in 1818 and started to raise the slaves because we're going to conquer this South shit. This is also the time when they were putting blacks in the Prince Hall Lodge in Massachusetts. Off the fucking boat into the fucking lodge on the plantation. This is where it started at. Y'all going to build these fucking houses. You're going to build churches. You're going to build these roads. You're going to rebuild DC. Only way we're going to trust you with these fucking tools, you're going to take this oath. It's right. And that's how it goes. That's where it come from. It ain't no secret. For you to think hundreds of years old shit is a secret, you got to be a damn idiot. Let's go. No, they told that to your ancestors. It was a secret back then. Because the shit was, don't tell them other niggas. It was a secret because they didn't want all blacks to be builders. They didn't want, no, not just blacks and poor white. They didn't want the average human to be a builder and be smart because they knew America was prosperous. At this time, you can claim land as my shit. They knew at that time you can say this is my land and build your own shit as my shit. So it's always important. Don't teach them nothing. Don't let them know shit. Don't let them know about rulers. Don't let them know about, don't let them know about none of that shit. Always had them where we tell them shit. That's where it come from. Gonna make a nice little lodge for y'all. Make y'all own little house. Make y'all little stuff. It's y'all. Meanwhile, the real shit, you ain't coming in there. Start it back here. All right? When they knew shit had to get done, and they knew goddamn well they couldn't do it on their own. They knew that. So, the original Africans in this country were used to spy on white people, Europeans, and Indians. The original spies. The original secret organizations they put blacks at, they needed blacks for spies. Harriet Tubman, I keep going. You were only accepted amongst them to do the dirt they couldn't do. When it came time for police and undercover cops, you gonna do it. Ain't no such thing as a white cop sneaking in the ghetto. Y'all gonna do it. Take this oath. You always gonna take an oath to do the shit we can't do. Not to be better than us, dummy. Let's go. So, Diddy, he got a lot of awards. HBCU, Howard University. But I'm only showing you this to show you. You see how they crown Diddy? It's millions of them. It's millions of Diddy. Millions raised and breeded within this life of American black culture because they gave them false knowledge. How do you know that? Well, you've seen all these billionaires put together representing the same exact shit. Somehow they're not getting nowhere. Then in real life, you know, so many people been down with so much shit, graduated. Somehow their life is a fucking struggle. And somehow they're going to still struggle like everybody else to the day they fucking die, even though they down with all this shit. See what I'm saying? They don't understand there's a reason for that. All slave owners. Slave owners don't bring you in so you can fucking be masters. No. All right? If I'm in college and I give you fucking junior high school teaching, you're going to be smart, but you're going to be smart on your level. All right? Now let me show you how black colleges started right after slavery. Right with slavery, because it was a new prison system. For you ones that want anything or you want to be respected on any level, you're going to be brand new. You're going to let go of your ways. This is what it's going to be. Colleges in the 1800s were used for brainwashing facilities. You're bringing a nigga, you're turning him into something else. This is when they first got introduced to foreign cultures through college. Black college, where they taught them different culture, but they really was teaching them to be somebody else, period. We're going to take a dead people of a dead world that were fucking demons, and we're going to teach you that this shit is great. We're going to teach you this shit is the best. Let's go. It was founded, Howard University, founded in September 19th, 1865. Pardon me, Clark, Atlanta. The year slavery ended, allegedly, 65. Because I told you, Atlanta always been the Klan headquarters. Y'all didn't want to get that part. Just know, Klan been smarter than you. No, we're going to teach them what we want them to be. We're going to come with all the paperwork and doctrines of who we want them to fucking be. And this thing called society and classism, they're going to be around us, but they're going to be totally opposite. Atlanta University, Clark, Atlanta, was the first HBCU in Southern United States. 1865, fresh after slavery. Now use your brain. How did blacks end up in college right after slavery? How the fuck did that happen? Huh? Back then it wasn't like now, tuition, financial aid. No. We're going to pick which ones you fuck we're going to pick. Y'all going to be the favorite. That's what it is. We're creating our own race. We're taking y'all and we're going to fucking breed y'all. We're going to breed you to fit the pieces in society we need you to be. This shit is science. We worked you on a field. We're now going to teach you to work on a mental playing field called America. You're going to be spies. You're going to be hard workers, but you work for us. This is how he was able to get a degree, and they just gave it to him because ain't no such thing. The nigga ain't go to school. He's a fucking dropout. Something like that. He didn't have no degree. They gave it to him. But just understand, Diddy ain't the only one, because there's others that believe in what he believed in, taught like he was taught, and they all stand on the same shit. Because when I understood what this shit was about, a teaching, now let's go back somewhere else. See that? Howard University, founded 1867, 2 years after slavery. This private, historically black school is located in the heart of Washington. When you look it up, you will see it was started by a damn white man. That's right, who was in the military. Yup. The part they don't know, I don't know what the hell is wrong with Negroes. They try to paint a story like after slavery, blacks just started buying up all these HBCUs and running them shits. No. To the other schools, you're going to go to these schools. That's right. What else you didn't get? Let's talk about it. Real shit. How many of y'all know at LSU University, ancient Indian mounds? Y'all supposed to say this for another episode. Hey, yo, bro, Secrets of America Part 6 coming. I was going to save it for that, but I'm going to give them a feature. 11,000-year-old Indian mound, whatever you want to call it, Indian name, whatever you want to call it, sitting on the campus. But then when you learn about America, a lot of shit here is on top of ancient burial grounds. And that's why a lot of land is also cursed for you. Secrets of America in your face. Indian mound. Let me show y'all something. When they was doing all this was already here. People's already on top of that. Now let me bust your fucking head. 11,000-year-old mound, which will debunk anything come out of any one of y'all mouth. Pick one. Pick your religion. Pick your culture. Pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it. Debunked. When I tell you all got brainwashed, it's very simple. Your ass is not from Greece. Very simple. Guess what? You'll never know this knowledge. You'll never know. Guess what else you ain't know? When that was there, they knew it was there. They knew about all this shit. So the secret is they couldn't expand because they didn't want to expand because a lot of secrets were still here in America. And y'all gonna stay your ass on the East Coast till we conquer that other shit. That's right. When they first did this, they were really boxed in. The East Coast, they were boxed in. They ain't had, so I keep telling you, that whole slave shit was only for them and their little states and the little slaves they had. At this time, all nations are still running around this bitch. Africans were brought here by Europeans to be their fucking peasants and slaves. Later on, they will become African Americans, the tools and pets of the Europeans. Elite. Thank you very much. Black Samurai. During 1894, I have a photograph of my grandmother sitting next to her teepee. During that time, the state of New York was half its size. The land was classified as wild Indian land. That's right, because that's the part they didn't conquer. That's why. Wild Indian land was the parts they know they get their ass whipped at. See what I'm saying? Oh, it's funny you said that, because I'm going to be talking about Jones Beach. New York, all the science and history right at Jones Beach. Long story short, let's go. What they say? Red dots cover the faces of all the men who enslaved people. Slave owners. Simple. These are the ones that made sure the slaves would be educated. These are the ones they taught them to be proud of, y'all. These are the ones they had no clue set their ass up. Because these are the ones, they are the real gatekeepers of the secrets. The real ones know the real secrets. And they already knew that. This debunks the Bible. I ain't going to say debunk it. I'm just going to tell you. You're talking way past that Bible. Hey, all y'all in that church? See that? 11,000 years old. Hey, Egypt. Where you at, Egypt? Hey, Egyptologists. Hey, you Egypt worshipers. Where you at? What you say? The pyramid 6,000 years? What you say? Now you see why y'all was taught to praise pyramids? Huh? Now you see why you was all taught to go get this? I'll show you. I'm a straight destroy y'all. It's fun, though. Don't take it personal. I'm just here to show you. You ain't as smart as you thought you was. You still talking that 6,000-year-old pyramid shit? Ain't been Africa since. Huh? 11,000 years old, guys. Right here. Who the real Masons? The ones that didn't tell you shit. They're the real ones. The ones that really know. The real ones. The real ones. You're looking at the mounds right in your face. LS University. That's right. Y'all going to go to them black colleges. You're going to go to other shit. Don't worry about these Indian mounds. Sacred ground. But this is how they desecrate it. Huh? Take over that shit. Meanwhile, what I was telling you, the secrets of America are known. They just not known to you. Ain't no goddamn secret. They just told y'all that shit. They just told you to believe in all this other shit, be proud of all this other shit. Meanwhile, everybody know the fucking truth. 2025, revelations passed already, y'all. Bingo. Just because we was raised to be fucking dumb, don't mean everything was a fucking secret. Huh? Once that shit was only a secret before internet. Secrets are only classified information. All right? That is it. No, the joke's on y'all. Guess what else I'm showing you? People like, when I was talking about people that you think white, they be people like that got Indian in their blood and they know their history. Look at their eyes. See how their eyes dark? See? Certain things you'll be able to tell. No, this be the secrets of them knowing, going to visit their ancestors, shit like that. Even when they go to these colleges, they know why they go there. It's certain shit you just ain't gonna know. All right? You just worry about, look, see that? Right here in America, Indian male, 11,000 years old. Now, if you ain't getting this, that means, let me make it clear for you. That's before all of this. That's before this Greece stuff. That's before all of this. You see that? You see what y'all proud of? Way before that. No, y'all, this what y'all was giving, fool. This was given to y'all to stay in line. And you gonna be a fucking tool. Meanwhile, you was already a builder. We just didn't want y'all to know y'all were builders. Y'all built mounds 11,000 years ago. Meaning, y'all was a masters of building on land and underground. All that shit. That's right. That's y'all. But we made y'all fucking Greeks. And that means y'all just gonna be freaks. Where's that? He's in Louisiana, where the mound is at, where they done dug up all type of ancient artifacts. The secrets of America. This is why you had to be a foreigner and praise everything that way. You know a whole lot about that continent. Don't know too much about this one. Never gonna teach it. You never teach the slave where he stands at. Hell no. Then he'll be on the square for real. No, you always keep him off balance by never letting him know where he stands. He won't know north from south, east from west. He won't know nothing. That's right. Now, for those who didn't believe, do you see all those freaking tribes? Ain't nowhere in hell, 1818, they signed a Declaration of Independence, all that shit right there. But don't worry about that. This is the part I want y'all to get 2025. This is what I want you all to get through your head today, hip-hoppers, rap fans. Look at all those original tribes as people, gangs. That's your cities. That's your neighborhood. Whatever you want to call. They were popping and lit. It was the majority. But somehow all they ass got wiped out. All of them. Wiped out. It took a while, but they don't exist no more. But my only statement is, you thought it wouldn't happen to your generation. That's where you went wrong. Everybody here, or these old tribes were nations within nations. They were fighting each other. But I'm trying to tell you, it was so many people in position. When they signed that paperwork, somehow all they ass gone. But you didn't think this generation was going to be the same. I'm talking about everybody under rap, hip-hop. These cities became hip-hop cities, rap cities, crime cities, drug cities, dope cities, host cities, rape cities, all that filth is getting cleaned up now, y'all. Wipeouts. This board called America has been wiped out more than once. You don't know your history. I say it for a reason. They know the secrets. 11,000-year-old landmark right here in this country. So where you learn all the other shit from? You still standing on the other shit? Are you willing to accept you were taught for failure? I'm talking to rap fans. I'm talking to the goat worshipers. Why? Because maybe today they are willing to accept and admit nobody respects them as goats. Because the goats are the freaky ones, the horny ones. And they are so horny, all they ever did was hump on each other and slay each other. All right? Because it was put through the music. But the music, which is tied into Greece, is original Greek culture. Which means it was never a secret. The outright lifestyle of men and youngsters, consensual, was normal. But it was taught to them, and they had to keep it going in their lifestyle. They had to hide it from church members. They had to go to church and still be with them. All I'm showing you is, this slave teaching was taught to these niggas on purpose. So they would pass it throughout their generations. And that's why you're going to keep getting this freak shit. Because the word is, that's who y'all are. In slavery, y'all were the sex toys. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm saying it for a reason. So don't talk to me about no more of this freaky shit when it's a culture taught by the slave masters. That's right. Howard was established by the slave masters. 1867, slave masters. Okay, from 1867 to now, out of all of the Howard graduates, what do we have established on this earth? That's good for somebody from college. Howard. See? All you're going to tell me is fucking actors. You can tell me actors that been there. I'm talking about, when y'all going to tell me about some Fortune 500 builders that built Teslas, built Walmarts, you know what I'm saying, y'all? You can't do it. Because after slavery, these were your new prisons of brainwashing. Let me prove it. After we get back to this. Sorry I had to go there, y'all. Because I got to keep hearing this freaky shit. I'm just going to let you know. It's a fucking culture that they've been living for years. That's all it is. It's not no fucking news. All right? So look. Don't mind the work. Don't mind the letters. I put this article up to show you that people still, this shit never went away. But I'm going to update you. Today, we're going to get through this today. Was Wolf Justin's father? Everybody keep talking that shit. People been saying it for a minute. They ain't let it go. I'm saying that because I assume that Diddy might have set up Justin on purpose. Get Justin to call the girl to the house, and then he coming out the woodworks, but Justin is the one set up. Now, I also think it was a way where Diddy won't never have to leave his ass nothing. I think that this might have been his payback. Because if Wolf was that boy father, they didn't want that to get out. But now, screw what I said, screw what everybody else said. Let's look at what the world been saying, giving us clues on this Diddy Wolf shit. Let's go. When I show you around the world and making AI videos, let's go. He couldn't handle the truth. Said he got Big Meech in it. They're trying to make it like Big Meech had something to do with it. Like it was a plan. Check it out. This is what they saying. Huh? Let's do the vote. Right now, clear your face. Is Justin Diddy's son or Wolf's son? What y'all think? Oh, shit. The nose is Wolf. Right in my face now. I ain't never do this. See? Uh-oh. Yeah. Diddy know what's up. Diddy know what's up. I'm going to jam this little nigga up. He will never have my riches. The nose right there. All I got to do, look at the nose bone, the mustache style, and his lips, and his chin. Damn right that's his dad. Damn right. Ain't no way around that shit. That's why I said I know to look at. Even look at Justin's neck. The way his head and his neck go together. That's his dad, y'all. Sorry. Look at his eyes. That's his dad, y'all. Sorry. That's his dad, y'all. That's his dad. But you know what's funny? Look at Diddy and Wolf nose. They got the same nose. You see what I'm saying? Diddy dark skin, he browner, but if you looking at that picture, Wolf and Diddy nose almost damn near the same though. You see what I'm saying? And Diddy do got that kind of hair. But that's Wolf nose. That's Justin. That's nah. The shit is crazy. I'm looking at it now because Wolf look damn near like a light-skinned Diddy. Looking at the shit now, you so say this shit weird, man. It almost went past my head like, yo, it's him and Wolf cousins, because you know they play games. But in this picture, Wolf looked like a light-skinned Diddy with a mustache. This shit is trippy. But look, I'm going to say that's Wolf's son, y'all. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. This what the world said, y'all. They trying to give me clues. I have the evidence. Big Meech. Mighty funny. Diddy went to jail. Big Meech came home. You see what that video showing, right? Told you, man. These AI videos been coming out on them for so long. Every one of them got clues. And it's like, I be thinking like, how the fuck they be knowing this shit and why they doing it? And I be like, yo, they trying to tell us shit. Mind you, let's look. I always say, look at this shit like you never heard. Say we didn't know who Wolf was. We never heard about Wolf. We never even heard about Justin got another father. And then you come online and you just start seeing this stuff. That's how I look at it. Like, yo, what is this? What is this? He couldn't handle the truth. What do you mean by that? What that mean? I had the evidence. What that mean? Oh, what that shit mean? You're killing my dad. Oh shit, for real? They trying to say that's how they do it, y'all. And I'm showing you how these are all different AI makers. All of them are getting ragged, y'all. All of them getting ragged. So remember when I said it's no coming back and it's not gonna stop? Family, the stuff they saying about death, I don't talk about that. It's about 5 different people they going hard on that say they got something to do with it. I told you, they ain't stopped with that Aaliyah shit. They didn't stop with that Prince. They actually said them fools got rid of Michael Jackson. They said them fools got rid of a lot of people. And meanwhile, those are all separate campaigns. I told you, every single thing you heard Diddy accused of, it is a campaign on every single department. Him and Kimporter. If you got Kim, it's people going in on that shit. It's people going in on this right here. Every department of his life, everything you heard, y'all, they're making these AI videos on that shit with clues and riddles and whatever you want to call it. So If I never even assumed anything with Wolf and Justin and Diddy, this right here would have made me look at it like, hold on, oh shit. Then look at it like, when I said this outside of rap, this is also to tell people outside of rap that don't know shit. Oh man, is he really Justin's father? You mean that's not Sean Diddy's father? See, this is other shit. The clues are in the thumbnails. Like I said, I don't watch the video. I just look at the thumbnail. Final hours alive. Slay over a woman or a cover-up. See that? People saying they think that was a staged event. And the plan was Wolf had to go. See that? The clues. Took them out. See the money? See the suitcase? See the videos they make, y'all? This is what the world be. Meaning, this when I tell you, like, it don't matter what we think. It don't matter with that courtroom. It don't matter with this Diddy trial. Now, you looking at all this shit right here, right? I'm going to bring it back for y'all. When I said it's a reason, in my opinion, when I said it's a reason why they went to his house like this, y'all, that's my opinion. Somebody believed Diddy did some other, like, I'm just going to leave it at that, man. See, we laugh at all this shit. Maybe somebody else took that shit serious, y'all. Or maybe somebody else know this man really got away with a lot of shit, and now it's his time to get set down. Don't worry, he gonna go down, but y'all ain't gonna know what he going down for real. No, y'all, no. They knew that man had a certain type of guns. They knew he had a certain type of influence and control. That's why Homeland Security came, y'all. This was not no play. You're gonna get the play, baby, or laughing jokes. No, this man became a threat. Because it's no telling what they did, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. They played with so many drugs. I'm going to assume people died on his property. I don't care what you say, bro. I don't care what you say. If this woman gets off the plane, they give her liquor, weed, pills. People don't even know. You don't even know these people be eating this shit. You taking all that on empty stomach. No, I'm not stupid, y'all. I'm also, because I also know if you die in celebrity property of a certain caliber, you ain't gonna know. I'm gonna assume since this man been a star, somebody has died on his fucking property. I don't care what you're talking about. Let's go. Promising a young lady she would get a position on Revolt in Atlanta through his and his father's connections. Using that debate. You want to debate a young girl with that shit. So what else? She said that Justin also coerced her to take pills throughout the day. Later that day, she says 3 masked men showed up at the property and took turns RAPing her. So like I said, rappers are fucking rapers, all right? That is the hip-hop culture, rape. That's why you're going to keep hearing it. I'm not going into it again. I'm sick of it. Just know the music is used. The music, the camera, the lies, whatever sound good, whatever to get your ass moving, it's going to be told, sung, and you're going to go for that shit. The whole kids. Some people always believe what they hear, and that's called you got brainwashed by fucking music. You got brainwashed by everything you was told, but you don't want to accept the fact it was the power piper behind the whole shit. No, you control as a kid one way, but as you got older, you're going to get control with this material shit. You're going to get control with this entertainment shit. That's going to be our fucking prison, kids. That's right. Hey, y'all, I got to say it blunt because we all let a clown run shit. We let a clown get away with murder. All right. So this is what we stuck with. Embarrassment. No. He was the GOAT put over the industry and everybody that believe in this shit. So I tell you, I ain't believing none of this stuff years ago. But a lot of y'all did, so a lot of y'all are GOATs now. Like I said, if you believe everything you was taught, you's a damn GOAT. Let me speed it up for y'all. You's a GOAT. What you looking at, GOATs? What is that? Let me show you the trickery of America. Let me show you the trickery called after slavery. How we're going to take everything bad, backwards, use it against you. Also, when they signed that law, they did not classify some people 3/5 of a human being for no reason, because they knew no matter what we give them, they would never have eyes to see. And we're going to take their tongue. They're only going to hear to follow instructions. We're going to take their eyes, so no matter whatever they're looking at, they'll never get it clear. And if they do, they won't be able to say shit, because we're going to take their tongue. 3/5 of a human being. An animal could what? An animal could only mainly hear. What is the best strength of animals? Hearing. That's you taking orders. Animals don't see straight. You don't see straight, goat. Now let me show you what you never looked at. Is how when they built this country, it's not a coincidence. Penitentiaries and y'all black colleges look just alike. Pick one. Either way, you're going to end up in one. These are called facilities. Hey, here, you're going to come in one way. You're going to leave something, Christian, Muslim, rainbow, something. Yeah. Here, you're going to come in, whatever you call yourself being, you're going to be that, yeah, whatever. But no matter how it go down, when y'all finish with both of these, you still won't be able to get along. You still ain't going to accomplish shit. You still going to be divided. You still going to be brainwashed. It's called indoctrinated. It's called a damn system. One is the free one you walk into. One is one you get put in when you're fucked up. Either way, when y'all all get older, if you don't know how to use your tools, you're going to still be in the same shit. We only taught y'all to go in circles, not elevate. We only taught y'all how to crawl, not fly. So, and on top of that, everything we give you niggas, you're going to be proud of because it come from your ancestors. We gave them a trophy. They were happy as hell. No, back then it was called a pat on the head. See that? Right after slavery, a system to make niggas feel important. College, black college, 1865. Go to this black college. Don't worry about the real college. Don't worry about this college right here. Hell no. This is a free college. You're going to be in a black college. And this is where we started to indoctrinate y'all with all these false heroes, false teachings, false beliefs, all this fake shit, and you believe it because you read out a book, but you don't want to accept the slave masters wrote the book. All are the faces of the slave owners. Bop. See all them red dots? Red dot covers the faces of all men who enslaved people. These are the guys responsible for all your fucking books, history that you still love. All right? But you still don't get it. Diddy is the proof of a $1 billion idiot in an organization. Because even when they get down, they got to work to the day they die. What did slaves do? Work to the day they die. Whatever level they was on, hey, but they going to work to the day they die. All right? Just know that. It's a million Diddies because it's a fucking culture. All right? They signed up to be fucking ancient people. Them ancient people they worship, goats. All right? So don't get mad at me, y'all. I've been trying to save y'all from what? Foolish pride. That's it. I'm not even trying to save you. I'm just telling you what it is. Because if they want to keep talking about freaky shit, I got to talk about what the freak shit is about because everybody knows already. All right? Y'all are the freaks of the country. Huh? Either y'all getting humped on or y'all doing the fucking humping. This is goats in Europe, but you didn't know we turned y'all to see the plantation? We raised y'all on plantation to be fucking goats. That's why y'all got kids. See that? Y'all the only one with all these colorful wigs. This is Europe. Freaky goats. All right? Train, praise, zero shit. No, this was a prank they pulled on your ancestors when your ancestors had to be down. That's it. Meanwhile, it got put in music in your so it ain't got to no more. It got you accept this shit through rap. You claim you was a Muslim. You claim you that claim. Meanwhile, y'all all victims of fucking rap music. Okay. Shout out to the real rock and rollers that know about all this androgynous lifestyle. That's not ashamed of nothing. It's only a shameful secret when you had to play both sides. When you had to portray yourself as black, talk a lot of black shit. Meanwhile, your whole culture is fucking Europe. All right? So this is what I told y'all about the fake black people that were created by the Europeans. We're going to bring these African slaves here, We're going to teach them to be fucking Greeks. We're not going to teach them about Ethiopia that Greece was scared of. We're going to make them fucking Greeks. And that's who you are. And that's who you're going to be till you wake up. I'm going to tell you again, this fair game. If I ain't wake up, this me a gangbanger. See that? That's me, a dumb idiot. Money over bitches. See that? I'd have still been a fucking kid, still in the hood, looking for some pussy and some dumb shit. Get it? A fucking goat. Old head on the block, never want to leave. A goat. A horny man. Because a goat is the horny one. Right? Nature. The more that horny man be around them, he want to hump on something. That's the nature of the goat, y'all. What else make these people goats? What's y'all height average? Y'all height average about 6 feet, right? That's y'all height average, right? Most y'all, they say that's y'all average, 6 feet. Well, when goats stand on their back legs, they can be up to 6 feet. Yes, they can. Facts. A goat can stand up and be 6 foot. They stand up when they fucking. They 6 feet. No, this shit was alchemy, man. They put this shit on the slaves after slavery, guys. You will not trace this shit back. No. It was given to slaves on purpose. You're going to be raised in this country as fucking goats. Sick. Meanwhile, the life we teach y'all is always going to make you be a second-class citizen and always have y'all in trouble. So when I keep telling you, it's not a coincidence everybody in trouble is fucking black, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to be a black you-know-what. It's on purpose. You are the fall guys. So like I said, it's all about the money. They signed up for the shit. Ain't no fucking secrets. All right? So when y'all get there through your head, ain't no fucking secret. It's only a secret for you. See? To you, pyramids are secrets. But the real world know that these 11,000-year-old mounds been right here. Just that you ain't know about it. They knew those mounds was right here. They would teach you about Greece. Facts. They was right here. They would teach you about slavery. They were right there, 11,000 years old. All right, Batman, you riddle that shit. So until you accept the fact that you've been living a lie, you ain't never going to be free. And that is your prison. So the whole science of this Diddy shit is niggas signed up to be Greeks and niggas signed up to be freaks. So they going to keep getting accused of RAPE because them niggas bow down to the fucking goats. Very simple. All right? Meanwhile, all this shit right here, ain't nobody tell you to sign shit. Ain't nobody tell you to sign. Nobody told you to sign up for false knowledge and be proud of that shit. So like I said, it was black privilege a long time ago. The privileges of that shit was after slavery, 1860s, 1870, 1819. See, when it was a such thing as getting ahead in America and you was down with the people, that you was good. See, when you was down with master in the early days and you sold out, it was beneficial because you get your little plantation, get your own little stuff. Now, you ain't gonna have shit. That's why you're gonna see this. This is what I want to tell y'all. When I see that shit all on the internet, it's clear as day. See, when I tell you all the blacks got is colors, they don't got shit left. They don't own shit. They work until the day they die. They ain't got no money. This also what I mean by the job is to work on the internet. Y'all gonna be entertainment. That's y'all fucking job. Meanwhile, that had all the tools, ain't build shit. Ain't build none of these platforms. Ain't build nothing in tech. Ain't build nothing in physical world. Ain't build nothing in the religious world. Ain't even build a play park. Because you were never taught to be builders. All right? You're gonna fucking call the land and you're gonna fucking work. That's how it always been, y'all. All right? So don't get it twisted. Don't get mad at me. Black college, penitentiary. You call it high learning. Well, if you call it high learning, please tell me why Alexander the Great and the rest of the Greeks were scared of Queen Candace in Ethiopia and why they didn't want no smoke with Ethiopia. If you can't answer your own questions, somebody been lied to. So we're going to leave it at that. This ain't the 1900s. This is not after slavery when niggas couldn't read. All right? So you read this shit clear as day right here. Indian Mound, LSU campus. All right? Meaning people that know their real history go there. put their kids in the school. But just showing you, they know what it means. Guess what, y'all? Some of y'all have these things around y'all neighborhoods, y'all cities and shit like that. You just don't know. All right? See them? They already took all the riches out of the shit. 11,000-year-old pyramid. Or should I say mound? All right? Bye-bye, Christians. Whatever. Bye-bye, everybody. Stick to your scripts, y'all. Hopefully in 2025 you wake up. Huh? Hopefully one day you're going to learn about this soil. Everybody don't come around the world for nothing. That's why you had to trick to not like it. You had to be tricked to not want to come here. Meanwhile, everybody knows. You know everything about Africa. They know everything about right here. Because I keep telling you, somebody was taught different and wrong. No, y'all, the real slavery was your teaching and beliefs. That's what it was. That's your real prison. But ain't nobody make you do the shit or believe it. All right? So, here's what they think about you. I think a lot of y'all know this already. I'm just here to shine my light because I ain't want to die being no fucking goat. All right? I threw up 5-point stars, made it with my fingers, wrote it on walls, all that shit. That's right. But I ain't never hurt no minors. I ain't never abused RIP nobody. Because the shit we was dealing with, you get caught doing that off with your fucking head. That's right. But come to running that street like a goat, that's right. Having fun. Life is a party. That's right. Go. Looking for that money. Predator for that money. I'm going to get this bag. I'm getting this money. I'm eating out here, bro. Yo, son, I'm out eating. I'm eating like a fucking goat. Just eating. Goat. Sex and money. Goat. Sex, money, murder. Goat. See that? That's right. I don't live like that. You be proud of that shit. That's all y'all. All right? This when he made Nicki Minaj date Justin on his sweet 16th birthday. And you can see Nicki didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it. She came late and Diddy cursed her ass out. Yup. He made her do it. See that shit? Bitch, get over here. Did Diddy hit that day too? I don't know. But you'll see Nicki look scared, don't she? All right. Justin, hopefully you didn't do this shit. And hopefully your father did not come in there dressed as Pennywise or the Joker. Because as of now, you got some shit on you, Justin. And what we're going to look at one more time before we go. Public opinion. Is this Wolf's son? Because that's what they saying. The gangster behind P. He couldn't handle the truth. They saying Big Meech a snitch. See that? He couldn't handle the truth. Before and after. I have the evidence. See? The clues is they trying to say Big Meech a snitch too. That's what the AI video is trying to say, y'all. That's how that shit work. I ain't saying he a snitch, but I ain't saying all that. But I'm just saying that's what they're trying to say about Big Meech. I have the evidence. Trying to say that was a staged event. Does anybody have proof Big Meech got shot in his ass? Who knows? You killed my dad. That's what they saying, y'all, not me. So, public opinion. Y'all gonna see this shit get nasty because it ain't over yet. Guess what, y'all? Somebody else, some more people about to get charged too. Yeah, pay attention. Need some more people. Real soon too. Pay attention, y'all. On that note, the final hours alive. Slave over a woman or a cover-up. Which one was it? Took him out. Trying to say that he paid the bag on his head. For Big Meech and them to do it. Made it look like a stage beef in Atlanta. Out of New York jurisdiction. Allegedly. No, y'all. Maybe this why they came to get Diddy. Thank you very much, Anna. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm sorry, I was heating up. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, bro. Definitely looks like Wolf's son. Puff hair is a relaxer. Also, any black person looks they could be cousins. So that's a reach. Today's a good day to have a good day. Thank you. I ain't gonna say it's a reach, bro. That's going too far, bro. We ain't gonna say it's a reach, but let's just look at it. It ain't a reach, bro. A reach when you can come out of nowhere. This shit can make sense. Meaning, no, it can still be Diddy's son because he's dark skinned. Yes. But I'm looking at that nose shape. I'm looking at his jawline. I'm looking at how his jawline sit on his neck. Those ears ain't Wolf ears. That could be his mother ears or Diddy ears. But I'm going to say this. They also said this old school saying too, y'all. that you could feed somebody and the kids start looking like you too. And he was, you know what I'm saying? If I say this shit deep, because that shit deep, that's why I say, I don't know. Because they say that too. You know what I'm saying? He could have been hitting that from, they both hit at the same time, but Diddy feeding it, he hit it, I don't know, man. But I know for this picture right here, now only thing I will say that do look like Wolf is them eyes, his nose, his chin, his face shape. That's about it. But at the same, that's about it, y'all. One thing, two things ain't never gonna lie though. The eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears. That part. The eyes and the nose. What's the key part of facial rec? The eyes, the nose, and the mouth. So, according to me, it's possible, y'all. It's not like I doubt it. No, I say that. I also wouldn't put past Diddy setting his ass up. You ain't my son anyway. Meaning, you and your mother ain't gonna run my shit. Whether I'm dead or not, you will not be in the bloodline, goddammit. You ain't gonna run my shit. You ain't my son, you ain't gonna have nothing. I know how that bastard shit go. Huh? Because period. In this story, Justin was on fucking Snapchat calling up a woman to the crib and Diddy come out allegedly with mask on. The woman claims she heard Justin dumbass say, Pops. Hey, Pops, you want some of this? Hey, Pops, you want some head? His dumbass said, Pops. But I'm looking at it like this. How the hell, if Diddy got two sons, why only Justin in trouble? So I'm looking at it like this. This could have been a secret Diddy had for so long, but meaning it was so embarrassing, he wasn't going to tell the public any fucking way. He going to be my son, fuck it. You think I'm going to let the world know after I done made a restaurant, all this shit? But when it's all said and done, yeah, he my son, but he ain't going to get none of my fucking riches. He ain't going to have it like that. That's how I look at Diddy, because he's a diddler. I look at him different. This little nigga ain't going to have no, he think him and his mother going to have some of this shit. Hell no, I'll make his ass. Out of all my kids, he going to be the dirty one. That's right. Meanwhile, my daughters, my son King, and I'm going to get everything. He ain't getting shit. I think it was playing out like that so we wouldn't know, because Diddy ain't want that embarrassment. You a low-level man. Just like, bro, right now, you'll feel played if you found out it wasn't your kid. Imagine how you going to feel when you rich and you did it, you got played. And you done made restaurants and all this shit. Nah, y'all. That's how I look at it. Yeah, that could be a reach, but just know they on his ass. They on all of them. I'm showing you the memes they making. So they are going at them for deaf shit and other shit. I ain't talking about that. So I'm just letting you know, family, it is 1,000+ AI videos pumped out 24/7. I didn't even know they had this shit out. I didn't know that, man. That means they made these after Big Meech got out. I was showing y'all shit before that. The same people that made that shit with Diddy and Beyonce, they all making this. And I told you it's more AI videos than content creators. It is more robotic content on every damn platform than humans making content. This is what I meant by they're going to override and oversaturate this airwave with so much bad dirt. As of now, y'all, real talk. You only rapper getting good news as we speak. That's Kendrick Lamar, y'all. They give him all the glory. Kendrick Lamar get all the good news. They said in Temple University, they're going to teach a class on Kendrick in college. Why? Because wherever y'all go at, niggas, you're going to learn about that rap. That's why, nigga. Rap is in y'all life. Y'all niggas so dumb, we're going to teach y'all rap in college. Y'all so dumb, we're going to make you participate in rap in college. That's why in college, you're going to do more stepping than learning. Huh? In college, you're going to do more stepping and dancing, playing that band. Homecoming, the knowledge. That's how it's meant to be. We teach y'all about entertainment for y'all fucking college. We teach you to love it, teach you to embrace it, teach you to love shaking that ass, because that's what the fuck you're going to do. You are the entertainers of this country. We teach it to y'all in y'all fucking colleges. All right? We enforce it. You're going to fucking march. You're going to step. Get it? Step and fetch it. You don't go there to get smarter, master those laboratories. No, y'all job is to fucking stay with this rap shit. Where Jay-Z and Beyonce always go to? HBCUs. Where the blacks flex they power at? HBCUs. Why? They all believe the same shit. They're a fucking religion. They're a nation. They're all proud of shit. I don't know why. I still love them though, but one day they'll get it. All right? They all mind prisons. Jail, you can get smarter than somebody in college if you focus. Yes, you can. These are nothing but the same facilities. These just got teachers. These got officers. But when you get out, you guys still ain't going to build shit. Either way or another, all right? You're going to stay in that fucking house. But guess what? You can get out that house now. You ain't got to stay stuck. You can at least put a little teeny hole through the window, man. You can at least make a little hole on the side, man. We ain't got to be in the dark. So on that note, we out. 1. The proof with them, if they can get wiped out, anybody can get wiped out. You just thought it never happened to you. No. The Spanish ran shit. They got their ass ran out of here. The French ran this shit. They got their ass ran out of here. No, one thing about this country, I don't know why y'all don't get it. When they say your time is up, it's going to be up. You're going to get ran out of here, man. Now you just get put in prison and shit like that. You're going to get your funds cut. Or guess what? Y'all know in the UK, right? Y'all know in the UK, they talk about that welfare cut, right? Yeah, y'all, that shit going down, man. No, y'all, that shit going to be a world thing. They said basically, if you ain't already under, like over there, they were saying like, if you ain't already under that disability shit, all that getting new disability, living off that shit, kiss that shit goodbye. Yes, they are. They saying that shit that we speak, y'all. So I'm going to tell y'all right now, a lot of y'all that's waiting on disability, y'all better hurry up. I'm just going to tell you straight up, because so many people around with that disability shit. I'm telling you right now, I'm just not going to say nothing else. Over there in the UK, they said, except for the people that's already waiting on that list, that shit ain't no more of that disability shit. Unless you got a real heavy level of proof. Like, I think only way you're going to get disability, you had to really be working a job, and you got to have you had to already been paying for your own doctors, like top insurance, like you had to be, not that other shit, no. They ain't making it easy where you just go down there and apply for that shit. Hell no. Nope, I'm telling y'all, that's the shit that's coming. It's already going down overseas, UK. Anything over there, over here next. So I keep telling people, stay focused, don't play, because they're not playing. If that shit get cut, all right, we out.